Hi everybody, welcome to Simply Scuba. In today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the Cressi Frog Plus fins. So these are an open heel pair of fins. They've got a pretty funky tip to them. Let's take a closer look. So this is how they arrive in a plastic bag, but to be honest, a lot of fins still come in plastic bags. Just make sure that you do dispose of it carefully. You do get both of your fins, as well as a letter M. I presume that's some kind of quality control, and I think that's about it. So you do get these, which are to keep the foot pocket in place. You can discard of these, you can maintain them if you want, and so to keep them, if you're keeping them in storage, it basically just makes it so that that foot pocket doesn't get squished and deformed during storage and transport, but you take them out before you actually go diving. Otherwise, that's what you get. Let's take a closer look at the fins themselves. Okay, so starting at the heel side, so you have one-way ratchets straps with that rubber strap, and these are pinch clip release. You do have a little bit of hinge on that as well, so that heel strap can kind of go quite high on the back of your heel, over that loop on the back of your boots. No sort of grabby loops or anything, but you do have this big tab here which has these 4 notches on it, so that gives you something to grab hold of. And yeah, there's a decent amount of grip on the back of that, so that should hold on nice and strong. Pretty traditional sort of rubber straps. Give it a tug. There's a button on the side. If you push on that, that's how you can lengthen it off. Foot pocket itself, fairly generous. It goes down to about there, and that's actually one thing about the Frog Plus fins, is that the blade actually goes to the top of the foot pocket instead of going lower down. You have this nice smooth constant blade, and it means that you also get that more effective angle of attack. When blades are a little bit lower down, it means that when you're walking on the deck, then it means that the bottom has to be kind of bent upright, but actually this is the best of both worlds. You get that pretty aggressive angle of attack, but you also have a overall fairly flat profile to it, so you can still move around a bit easier. Decent sized rails on the side, not too chunky, but not too feeble neither, and that's transferring energy from your feet down towards the tip of the blade and maintaining that shape. As far as elasticity, there's a good sort of medium stiffness to it. This is a sort of a single piece of fins. You don't have a oh, actually, you do have a bit of channeling in this grey section here. So the grey section is a little bit softer material. It's kind of a rubbery material, whereas the blue in this case is a solid plastic. So that's creating that kind of scoop effect to trap the water and then channel it down towards the tip and then propelling you through the water. The tip itself is one of the most sort of remarkable things about the Frog Plus, in that you have this huge cutout section. So this is a fishtail tip. They've looked at fish fins and how they move through the water, and this can actually help to prevent tracking. So if you imagine sort of pushing your fin through the water, sometimes it shudders from side to side. This kind of fishtail tip is going to help prevent that, so you get a nice smooth stroke all the way through the water, and it's pretty efficient at moving you through the water. On the underside, nothing overly remarkable. You have these ridges on the inside, so that's creating that strength so it can pivot and move you through the water. You do have a couple of drainage holes at the very tip of the foot pocket, so you can take your fins out, or sorry, take your feet out without creating too much suction. On the underside, pretty decent tread, so if you do have to sort of walk about in the surf, then you do still have a decent amount of traction. And otherwise, a good tough pair of fins, and yeah, sensible size. They're pretty standard length. I think this is an extra large, or the largest size that they're available in, but they're not ridiculously large, but yeah, well constructed. And that's the Cressi Frog Plus fins. A good all-rounder. Almost any fin kick style you'll be able to use these for. As far as weight goes, they're relatively light. They're not bonkers heavy. So yeah, I'd be quite happy traveling with them. And because they pack down pretty flat as well, I wouldn't worry too much about them bending and damaging during transit. There's going to be more information on our website, simplyscuba.com. Just click on the link down in the description below. Thank you for watching, and of course, safe diving.